rosy coats and little empty ivy. Oh, Gertie notes and little empty ivy, but fiddly ivy you. Oh, but fiddly ivy you.
Music is one of the most pervasive ways that we can express and elicit emotions. So I'm sure we all have that favorite song that when it comes on the radio, it brings back memories. Maybe it's a song we sang to our children when they were little, or the song we danced to at our wedding, and we just can't help but sing along or dance a little bit in our seat or tap our toes along. A growing body of research is showing that music can have benefits for older adults in a multitude of ways. So we know that music can help older adults physically. It can help to lower blood pressure. It can reduce the stress hormone cortisol in the blood. Taking part in music programs can also help older adults' thinking skills. It can improve attention, memory, and these benefits don't just stop when we stop participating in music. They actually carry on for months and months afterwards. One of the things that can happen as we get older is our social network shrinks, and so older adults are often at risk for loneliness or social isolation. And so taking part in music and listening to music or being in a choir can really help older adults to forge new social connections, to make new friends, to get a new sense of belonging. Here at the Schlegel Villages, we have a number of programs that are related to music. Two of our signature programs, Java Music and Music and Memory, are specifically related to singing or listening to music and having that elicit different feelings or emotions in the residents. We also just have a lot of recreation and leisure activities that allow our residents to either participate or observe. So for example, a choir, karaoke, watching a local musician come to the village, or even something like at the Village of Winston Park, where the KW Symphony comes and performs for the residents and then encourages them to use the instruments. And music doesn't only benefit our older residents, it can also have benefits for their families and for the team members. So families of individuals with dementia taking part in the music and memory program may no longer be able to communicate in the same way, but now when their mom or dad starts to listen to the music, they can start to communicate with them. Those types of programs have also been shown to reduce things like personal expressions in our residents, which of course can then have benefits for team members in terms of their feelings of connection and the way that they're caring for the residents.
My mother has loved music her whole life, and she has played piano, keyboard, organ her whole life. She has accompanied church choirs, and it's always motivated her to keep going. If life has ever become tough, the piano is there and she plays it every day. Even now at Riverside, she has a keyboard in her room and she practices every day for half an hour or an hour. And it just keeps her going physically and mentally and emotionally, just in every way. I think like most people who are elderly and undergo a big move, she was terribly sad at having to leave her home. And when she first moved in, I know she didn't really feel well. She was almost like she was in a state of shock because it happened very quickly too. And then when Kathy, the music therapist, sought her out to see was she interested in accompanying the choir, it made a huge difference to Mom. It gave her a reason to keep going. And I mean, she just loves music. So, and this is right up her alley. She has all the music for the old songs, and they all mean something to her. She's played them in bands. Her family has sung them. When we were kids, we thought it was perfectly normal for for a family to get together and sing at the dinner table. You leave home and you find out that's not the norm, but playing the piano, singing, she loves it. The choir is not just a benefit to my mother. She told me I had to come and help with the choir because she accompanied my choir for about almost 9 years. And I said, sure, I'll come. And it's been great because many of the people who attend the choir have said they have wonderful memories of some of these songs when they were young, when they were in love, when they were fighting the war, World War II. And I think it really, it brings out emotions and feelings in a good way, you know? And the fact that the same people come back every week tells me they've got to be enjoying it and having fun, or they wouldn't be there.
Oh, I like that. Do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah! Music therapy is the skilled use of music by a trained music therapist to help facilitate somebody's health, whether it be social, emotional, physical, spiritual. But music has been well researched to be able to really facilitate someone, especially someone who's older and struggling with disease, affect their quality of life. So running the choir has been a joy, and it's been a visible way to see people come together and enjoy music and enjoy a shared community. I've worked with many people who have dementia, who might look as if they're very into themselves and unaware, unstimulated. But when they hear music, and when they hear the music that they're familiar with, that I found out that they would know, they perk up. There's something inside of them that they recognize that song, and you'll start to see some tapping, you'll start to see life in the eyes. And I've seen people who might just stand up and want to dance with me or sing with me, and it does help people get out of themselves and come back to life, so to speak.
I've always enjoyed music. I did take piano lessons many moons ago, and I did quite well actually. I had grade 7 piano at one time and grade 2 theory. But over the years I never really continued with it. When I was teaching school, I used to play with one hand and face the children with the other, you know, look around at them. But it was enough to really enjoy it and bring enjoyment to them as well. And many of the children that I taught over the years have become musicians, like on the guitars and violins and singing and so on, so it kind of carries through too. And then my husband and I both love music. We love to dance, and we both sang in each other's ears as we were over the years, you know. And we always enjoyed music, and I have a collection. I used to have a collection of old records, 45s and 78s and long plays and things. So now I have some CDs and enjoy if I'm knitting and want a background, like nice quiet when I'm knitting or something, I certainly have them on. And that way you get to play the ones that you really like. And then living here, with the hymn sings, there's lots of music with, you know, affiliated with our religious activities. And then since we've started our singing, like our choir here, it's a wonderful feeling. We haven't had it now for 3 weeks, and it's just, we feel as if we're missing something, you know, and we're really looking forward to getting back at it again, I guess, next week. But the music really it just upbeats us, and I think music is good for all of us. It's really a gift from the Lord, and I really appreciate it.
The Java Music Club is a peer support group, and it is, I think the name isn't exactly equal to the power of the program. So Java, because we have a little cup of coffee or a little cup of tea and a treat, and music, because there is music as part of the program. But each week is a facilitated conversation that is designed to bond a group of residents together based on the theme and based on the music that is attached to the theme. And it's so beautiful. The program is designed for every cognitive level and ability. And the same group of individuals come each week so they get to know each other. They may sit across the dining room from each other, but not really know each other's names. And when they come out from the Java Music Club, where we've had a guided and facilitated conversation, the music can help take them back to a time in their life where they are able to answer the questions that are designed for the program. And then at the end of the day, they feel empowered. They feel like they know each other better, that they can support each other throughout the week until we meet again for our next Java Music Club session. And it's just beautiful. Even residents that have a significant level of dementia may even find that the song that is associated with the theme of the week will help them come up with an answer that they may not ordinarily have come up with if we had just been sitting there having a regular conversation. So the music is designed to help build on the memories that they have and facilitate and allow them to fully participate in the conversation and to connect with each other, which is where the peer support group comes together. In the Java Music Club, residents are assigned certain responsibilities, whether they strike the wind chimes in our centering exercise, or whether they strike them at the end of the session to signify our closing affirmation. And the power of the music and the power of the chimes is unbelievable. I love running this program. It's one of our signature programs at Schlegel Villages. And a family member was chatting with me the other day, and he said, "My dad told me that every Tuesday he goes to work." And I said, "Well, every Tuesday he plays the wind chimes for us in our Java Music Club. And when I ask him if he wants to participate, I approach him by saying, 'I need you to come to work today.' And he says, 'I'm there for you.' And he plays the chimes. He's the only man in the group. He has a real sense of purpose, and he is able to fully participate in the discussions and the conversation, and this gentleman isn't overly verbal throughout the regular course of his day. I really think the Java Music program is magical.
And that's why I think